We're looking at a project called YaFri today, and it's built around one huge idea. What if you could unlock a continent's future just by making its talent visible?
I want you to picture this for a second. It's August 2025. There's this bright, motivated student in Senegal who builds a smart trash can for his community. It's awesome. He films it, he explains how it works, he puts it online, and then crickets. Just silence. Now, this isn't a story about a kid who failed. It's a story about a system that's failing him.
And that really gets to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? When you see something like that, you have to ask, is the problem a lack of talent, or is it a lack of a system that's actually built to see that talent, to support it, and to connect it to real opportunities?
YaFri's whole premise begins with a really strong belief. The talent is already there. It's everywhere. It's just invisible. So let's unpack what that really means.
See, here's the key takeaway. That student with the smart trash can, he has all the creativity and intelligence he needs. What's missing is the bridge. There's no pathway, no mechanism to take his incredible practical skill and make it seen by the professional world. The value he's creating just gets lost.
So let's zoom out, because this isn't just about one student's story. This is a massive, continent-wide problem. Think of it like a huge, systemic leak that's just draining away human potential.
Look at this number from UNESCO, 98 million. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That's how many kids and young people in sub-Saharan Africa are completely out of school. And when you look at teenagers, 15 to 17 years old, nearly 60% of them are no longer enrolled. This isn't a small crack in the dam, it's a massive breach.
And this problem, it just spills right over into the workforce. For the young people who do manage to find work, the International Labor Organization tells us that a staggering 85% of it is informal. The formal economy, the one that school is supposed to be preparing you for, well, it's only open to a tiny, tiny fraction of people.
And this chart, wow, it shows that leak in action perfectly, just using Senegal as an example. You start with 81% enrollment in primary school, which is pretty good. But then look what happens. By middle school, you've lost almost half the students. We're down to 50%. And by high school, only 30% are left. More than half the students just vanish from the system before they even get a chance to finish.
So what you end up with is this double inefficiency. It's a lose-lose situation. On one side, young people are leaving school with grades, sure, but with very few practical real-world skills they can show off. And on the other side, companies are forced to hire people and then train them completely from scratch, which costs a ton of time and money. It's a drag on the entire economy.
Okay, but pointing out a problem is the easy part. It's a big problem, it's a systemic problem. So now let's talk about the solution. Let's look at this platform designed to start plugging that leak. Let's talk about YaFri.
Now here's the really clever part. YaFri doesn't try to go in and completely reform the school system. That's a huge, complicated task. Instead, it works with the system that's already there to make the value of what's being taught tangible. It gives students a stage to show the world what they can actually do.
So how does it actually work? Well, it works by creating a virtuous ecosystem. It's basically a positive feedback loop that connects students, teachers, and companies all together. Let's break down how each piece of that puzzle fits.
For the student, this platform becomes their stage. They can upload their projects, like that smart trash can we talked about, and suddenly their hard work isn't met with silence anymore. They get to compete in challenges, they earn badges and awards, and most importantly, they build a certified portfolio that proves what they know.
And what about the teachers? Well, for them, YaFri is a powerful new toolkit. They get access to tons of practical project ideas they can use in class, things that use simple, everyday materials. It makes learning way more engaging. And they get their own recognition and rewards, which boosts their motivation and helps keep more kids in school.
And then the final piece of the puzzle, the companies. For them, YaFri is an absolute game changer. They can spot talented young people way earlier. They can sponsor challenges that are relevant to their industry. They can offer internships and scholarships to the best and brightest. It turns recruiting from a total guessing game into a smart, targeted pipeline for future talent. Okay, so the idea is powerful. The ecosystem makes sense. But is it actually a viable plan? Let's get down to brass tacks and look at the numbers and the strategy to see how this becomes a real, sustainable project.
This is where things get really impressive. The entire model is designed to be incredibly lean. The cost to support one student on this platform for an entire year is just $2. That's it, $2. That covers everything from the tech to the on-the-ground support. That kind of efficiency is what makes it so scalable.
And because those costs are so low, the path to being self-sustaining is crystal clear. By the third year, the project is projected to have a net margin of over 40%. That means it can grow and reinvest in its own mission without always needing outside funding.
The rollout plan is also really smart and methodical. They're not trying to do everything at once. It starts with a 12-month pilot in Senegal with 50,000 students. After that, they expand across the whole country. And by year 3, the goal is to expand into other countries in West Africa, proving this model can work anywhere. And this part is absolutely crucial. Success isn't just about the money. It's measured by real-world impact. They'll be tracking things like student retention rates, the number of internships kids get through the platform, and making sure that girls and students in rural areas are getting the same opportunities.
So we come right back to that fundamental truth that this whole project is built on. The talent is there, the content is overflowing with it. The only thing that's been missing is a system to make that talent visible, to measure it, and to make it actionable.
And that's the whole mission. YaFri is designed from the ground up to be that system. It's built to turn